Hey, Nair,
Yeah?
I think you're gonna need a screwdriver
Why?
because the gang's on the loose.
Oh, shit, son! What you gonna say? You do not know the way of the
I don't
Ugandan.
know the way, so I'll show you the way. Come on.
It's not gay if you know the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, above a certain age, because this is an adult-themed podcast. My name is Vacant, better known as Simon, or some, I don't fucking know, I don't care. Something like that. I'm Vacant, better known as Barry Goldman, and this is the Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour, episode 120. 120.
Oh, shit.
And
120.
joining us, you've just heard him, it's the gang, it's the Manga Bros, bringing all the manga hoes, it's Manimal.
Add the snake that makes Piraka crew.
Yeah?
That brings all the hoes.
That brings
adds
all the
up.
hoes. I mean, you've got the snake that brings the brick home.
You got the snake, the tracer, the drifter, the bully. You got them all.
You got all them snakes together. And then it's the gang, the gangster, who brings the... I'm out of steam already. Nairbons, hey!
Yeah, I bring the wangster, I guess. I don't know.
You ain't a wankster. 50 Cent had a song called Wankster. You ain't a gangster, but you is a wankster. And I thought, like, is he using the English, like, wank? Because that's not an American term, is it? Like, a wanker. Because you don't say wankster, but it's quite a clever pun. If someone was being a fake gangster, you're like, fucking wankster, he ain't no gangster.
That's good. That's pretty decent. You know, I mean, nothing can ever top Candy Shop, right? But you know,
I'll take you to the candy shop.
No, sorry, Money in the Bank is 50 Cent's best song.
I'll let
Straight
you
to the
lick
bank
my
with
lollipop.
Will you?
Go ahead, girl.
You sounded so
Don't
excited.
you stop.
It has my favourite line in Dance Floor Jam Packed, hot as a tea kettle. And I had to think long and hard of what a tea kettle is, because you don't call it a tea kettle, it's just a kettle. There's a teapot.
I guess, that makes sense.
Eminem used it correctly in Open Mic on the Infinite album. He said, I suggest you set the mic down. I'm steaming like a teapot. I make the tea hot. Or something like that. I don't know. Anyway.
One of my favorite lyrics is still from Ice Cube. Won't be satisfied till I get my face on a thermos. I don't know why. But
we
that's
did
a
that.
That's a lyric I live by.
We can both. Well, we know that you live by that because me and Nair, who are present right now, both actually have our face on a thermos.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
We've achieved Ice Cube's dream.
Wait, I never realized that.
I gotta say, it was a good day.
I never realized that you guys got your face on I guess you could say thermos.
We have lived the Ice Cube lifestyle. I mean, you know, that's just what I do. Sitting on dubs, rolling down the street.
Pretty cool when you think about it like that.
Yeah, man, we made it.
Holy shit, what was that?
Someone's in the elevator.
My laundry's done.
That sounded like it was coming from the desert plains.
Yes.
We are
We're
back.
under attack.
Plains in the desert.
Corin is absent, unfortunately, this week. He's not here. But, you know, in his spirit and in his honor, we'll make this an extra special and good episode. Even though it's kind of all first impressions of the winter season and barely anything's come out yet. But that doesn't matter. We can do a part 2 next week.
My impressions of the winter season. Every day has been almost like minus 40, but today it's like minus 7, so that's nice.
Okay, that's the weather report with Manimal. It's been pretty chilly here, but, you know.
You know, honestly, like today when it was, because it's like minus 9 today instead of minus 30. And honestly, it felt like summer. I was like, time to get the shorts out, you know.
Really?
Well, that feels like summer after going through days and days of minus 30.
I suppose that is very true. It was like 1 or 2 degrees here, and because it had been just hitting the minuses, we were like, yeah, it's quite warm today. Oh, I can see the
1
sun.
or 2 degrees. That's like beach weather, man.
It is for you because you're in Canada.
No.
Or you're on the
you.
east coast of America, which, what's been going on with that? Is there like a huge blizzard or something?
I think.
Does anyone know? Nah,
I
you're
don't
American.
know.
Okay.
Yeah? So I don't know.
No, okay. We'll just assume. We'll assume that it's like that. Well, to commemorate the special episode, second one of the year, it's a big one, it's a round number, 120. 12th time that we've hit a 0. No, it isn't. The 11th time. Something like that. Anyway, Manimal.
Yeah, yes.
How's your week?
My week was okay. I started a new job, which maybe I'll talk about that some other time because it's interesting.
Okay.
And I found something that I wrote in grade 6. I typed it out. It was a project on woodland natives, and it was like this whole thing that we were doing. And I forgot about this totally, but I was looking through my old files, and I put a word in there that I had recently learned by accident.
Mm-hmm.
So the text kind of reads something like, it was talking about like dream catchers and stuff. This included the use of charms to ward off evil and bring good luck or protection. Dream fetishes guarded against harm or misfortune and were sacred personal items that they kept throughout their whole life. Instead of fetcher, I put fetishes.
Oh, okay.
When I was 11.
The pieces fall into place. It starts to make more and more sense the more that you say stuff.
I was just 11, and I accidentally put fetishes instead of fetcher on a piece of work that I handed in. It's the kind of thing where, like, a decade later, I feel embarrassment about this that I never realized before,
I mean, maybe the teacher was just impressed that you knew a free-syllable word.
Oh, no, she was, like, way too excited to teach us about sex ed, because that's the year that we learned all that stuff, right? And she was, like, just, like, entirely too excited when we started that unit,
I mean, a fetish is also a magical, like, object.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Google fetish. It's the second definition.
Oh, is that what they used back in the old days? They would have
It is
their...
an inanimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers or because it's considered to be inhabited by a spirit.
Oh.
Maybe that connects to chuuni armpits, but I'd have to do a little bit of detective work to figure that one out.
So when you say I have a chuuni armpits fetish, you're not talking about it's something that you find attractive. You just have like a haunted PVC figurine.
I have a haunted Yoshiko figure. I don't know.
Anyway, so ignore the ghost in my anime girl's armpits.
Yes, please. I didn't really get to talk about this last week. I wanted to talk about it again. I went to my friend's house to hang out with them, and one of them brought over this massive box of like Whitman's sampler. I don't even know how much was in it. It was like it was 2 pounds of chocolate. Like the box of chocolate that has like little chocolates, like the fancy kind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's this absolutely ginormous, like half of a person-sized box full of chocolates, and I didn't feel too good because I ate half of the box.
I mean, I don't think anyone would after a pound of chocolate.
And there was also
chocolate.
I mentioned that there is illegal cheese because it comes from Quebec, so it's like non-pasteurized cheese, and that's illegal to sell here. So I felt pretty badass, I was breaking the law there.
Ooh.
It's like, I'm not the law. I am above the law,
Well, yeah, you got that bootleg cheese.
I got bootleg, smuggled Montreal cheese. Pretty intense, Some people don't understand the life, but I do.
A cheese smuggler.
No, other than that, I've actually been trying to like make things regular again and try to like get back into making this like some kind of story or comic series or something like that. But the ideas don't come to me as naturally now. I mean, I have the idea of Lithuanian Devi, the Lithuanian ghost demon girl of the USSR who comes to live in Ontario. But I don't know exactly what that story would be about.
I think, didn't you also lose that Twitter password?
I did, so now I can't use the Lithuanian Devi account. Very unfortunate. Honestly,
Her
though,
legend
I just
started and end with giving us uncomfortable compliments.
like I love the way that Lithuania sounds. Like it's like a really nice sounding country name. You're like Lithuanian. Like, it sounds. I don't. I just like the way it sounds. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but yeah, I don't have too much to say of substance.
That's fair enough. It's the beginning of the year. You know, we're all just getting over that Christmas and New Year hangover per se.
And I didn't really talk about things straightly, but it's with any year, it's like the winter months aren't really much.
Yeah.
They don't like decide how, because 2017 was like perfectly divided into seasons for me, where every one of them felt differently. Like it was a different arc, you know?
Yeah.
It was a weird thing like that. But
fair enough,
I'm not even going to say anything about 2018. Just let it unfold.
Just let it go. Nairbons.
That's all.
How was your week?
It's been pretty good. Started the new job. My brother-in-law got his offer for a house accepted, so my wife and I will probably be living with him.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be much cheaper than renting an apartment, but we can also help him pay off a mortgage. And also our dog will have a backyard, so we don't have to take her on a long walk every time she needs to poop.
That helps.
It's going to be cool. So yeah, did that, and
it's going to be
not
cool.
a whole lot else to talk about other than just getting used to work. Oh boy, I bought new dress shirts. What a fun time.
So when you bought the dress shirts, did you look for like a certain kind of plaid, like the way it overlaps, or like you know?
I looked at the purple and gray ones and said, I don't have purple and gray. Those are my size. So I bought them. That's the story.
That's the whole story. Okay,
you know,
fair
people
enough.
people will never understand the complexities that go into the man's brain when buying stuff like that.
Yeah.
I looked at them and said, yep, these will fit
I looked at
my
him and
fat
said,
body.
That was adequate and will fit my body.
That was the sad times when I moved jobs, and I needed to buy a lot
This
more.
will shield people from nudity.
When I had to buy new shirts because I had a bunch of office wear from like 3 years ago when I had to wear it like business dress, and then when I got to a new job, it's casual and it was fine, and then I needed some dress shirts and stuff for filming and whatnot. And then when I was like, I've got loads at home, this is fine. And then trying every single one and realizing that they don't fit. And I was like, yeah, I guess I really have become fat. Oh.
Well, that is sad. But I mean, for me, it's a thing where like, I look at like the clothes like I wore for Target and I get sad because I'm like, damn, rip Target.
Rip Target.
You know, you got those red shirts. Again, I've probably mentioned before, but they gave us Target shirts, right? That had like the Target logo on the last day. So, you know, one of these days.
See, I just passed a Target that was next to the Kohl's I bought new shirts at. So I don't know what you're talking about. Target's alive and well in America.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Rip Zealous. Rip Target.
Where do you think I get my Tim Hortons coffee from?
You wouldn't get that from Target.
No, they sell Tim Hortons coffee.
Oh, you mean the actual coffee?
Yeah, like the beans.
Yeah, the beans. Yeah. You know, I had Tim's today, and it actually, like, it was disappointing. I was like, whoa, how'd you mess it up? It made me kind of sad, actually.
It's finally losing its allure.
Oh, never mind.
I had a weird conversation the other day that made me miss Fred Meyers. As basically the, like, Northwestern Alaskan Walmart.
Oh,
I miss those guys.
You know,
I thought it was a person. I was like, am I supposed to know who Fred Meyers is?
Sometimes I get sentimental about George Bush, even though he was like, you know, George Bush.
Junior or senior?
Well, not Dad Bush.
Daddy Bush.
Not Papa Bush.
Sometimes I just think about, well, because, you know, he was the president when I was a kid, right? So, like, in my mind, he's still, like, the president kind of thing, you know?
Ah, good old Bush.
So it's like this weird sentiment. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. It's just a silly thing.
Oh, shit. As far as my week, what did we do? I can't like this first because we didn't record till Tuesday last week, so I can't remember. It's all rolling into one. Did I talk about the gin bar? Going to gin bar?
No.
I went to gin bar. Everyone called it. It was really weird because we came out of the original bar that we were on. We went for some drinks over the holidays. And they were like, "Yeah, it's a dead good gin bar. It's called Hogwarts." I was like, "Okay, Hogwarts." So I was like, "Where is it? Dunno."
It's in Hogwarts.
Yeah, we were like, Hogwarts, oh, it must be a Harry Potter themed bar. I didn't know we had this kind of shit around here. So I'm looking, Googling on my phone. I'm on Google Maps searching for fucking Hogwarts. I'm like, come on, where's Hogwarts on Google Maps? Expecting something to come up. It's called Hogarth's. It's not called Hogwarts. Not at all.
Hogarth's?
Hogarth's.
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 Yeah, close enough. Hogarth's. It's called that. It's not called Hogwarts. It was really annoying. We were walking around going, "Do you know where Hogwarts is? Can you tell us where Hogwarts is?" And people were just laughing. And I was like,
"Yeah,
I missed my letter. I'm definitely a wizard." But yeah, we went there. That was cool. That was it was quite a swish place. Realised that I do not know anything about gin because I just stood there for ages at the bar without any of the little brochure of all the drinks on. So I'm just standing there, and then when he asked me what I wanted, I was like, "Oh."
It's called gin time again.
I pouted, and I ended up just going, "I'll have a Foster's, please. Thank you." I didn't even have a gin. It was sad times.
Well, that defeats the purpose, right?
I know. It was a posh
honestly,
bar.
when you said that, I thought you said gym bar. So I would wonder what kind of establishment promotes...
too.
I would wonder what kind of establishment promotes fitness, but also drinking gin at the same time.
So it's like you could do a sit up and take a sip, and then do
barf
some,
everywhere.
Yeah, do some bicep curls. Oh, like the drinks, like the bottles could be in the shape of like dumbbells.
Can you just freaking puke?
Do you even lift?
Okay, guys, I did my shots. Who wants to spot me?
Oh, yeah, great idea.
Shots and squats. That's what it could be called.
Shots and squats. That's a good
There you
name.
go.
Yeah. Like for the longest time in Lawrence, which is a town not too far from here, there was a place called Suds and Duds, which was a bar that was also a laundromat.
I was going to
There's
say.
things you can combine with the bar that have not been tried yet.
So
Shots
is that
and
like
squats.
smash a few drinks while you're waiting for your laundry?
Okay.
Yeah.
Impromptu
You're
minigame.
sitting there for like an hour at a time.
You
Why
may as
not?
well. Laundrettes are boring. Impromptu minigame. Okay. So you're opening an anime or manga themed bar, but you've got to have a name
Correct.
that rhymes. What kind of aspect are you going to be doing? Like, so you're going to have a bar, and then you've got to have something else.
So it has to be an anime themed bar, but the name needs to rhyme. What do I name it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Anime and alcohol.
I thought of one. I thought I did have one, and then it doesn't rhyme. It was martinis and chuunis, but it's not. Doesn't quite work.
I'm trying to think of things that rhyme with booze.
I mean, there's stuff
But all
like...
I can think of is Jews. And
Jews and booze. Jews and booze. I like it.
Dues.
Well, how about
Ludes.
Foos.
you can do gin and rin, but there's a lot of different rins.
Yeah. Daya
Yeah.
and...
It's more Chinese, but I would do a Chinese themed bar called Fu Manchu's Discount Booze.
Oh, shit.
I would definitely frequent an establishment like that. Fu Manchu's discount booze.
There's another one that's even more offensive. I will not say.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh.
But I can't think of a
Juice
good
and
name for that. It's nothing rhymes.
Yeah. That's a typical example of what we were on about last week. A game that we have no idea. I just throw out and then have no plan for. Well, that failed. Well, we got Jews and booze, so that's fine. Yeah, other than that, I've done a shit ton of reading, like more probably than I did in the last year. Like, if you discount manga. Finished a novel. I've finally started on Uzumaki, the Junji Ito one, the big... Well, it's not, that is manga, I guess, so, I'm saying, reading novels. I'm enjoying it a lot. Just started it today, because I finished the novel, so that was good fun.
It's good, but it always makes me wonder how Junji Ito did a Naruto prequel.
Yeah, it's Uzumaki. It's obsessed with spirals and whirlpools, and obviously that's Naruto's last name, if you didn't know.
Oh, shit.
That's it, the Rasengan is I think that means something, spinning spiral, I don't know, some bollocks. Yeah.
Something like that.
And his mother was part of the Whirlpool clan or some shiz, or from the village with the Whirlpool, I don't know. Anyway, none of that shit matters. But yeah, we've been reading that, so I've done a shit ton of reading.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, there was something that I was going to mention, and I have totally forgot. But it doesn't matter, I guess we'll move on to the news then. Unless you guys have got anything to throw out.
I guess you could say news and booze.
News and booze. This is news and booze. I have no booze on me currently.
Okay, a bar that instead of sports has different news channels on.
Oh.
News and booze.
The debate bar?
Yeah.
Do you know what? No, there's one called, like, the local spoons, like Weatherspoons, which we frequented there. Actually, you were there. Remember when we went Weatherspoons in London? Frequently the ones, at least in my area, and that one, they always have the news on. That's what they play. If they don't have football on, they have the news on.
The idea should be to have as many news outlets as possible.
Just different ones. That'd be good. Like some random things, like all over the countries, like different nations, different languages. North Korea one, just there.
I mean, the best news I know, but,
Fake news on there, all good. It'd be good. Alex Jones just sitting there in a little corner. Sit in the Alex Jones booth, that'd be good.
Okay, any bar that has Alex Jones playing, I'd go there. I would pay more for alcohol to tolerate that a bit better.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That'd be great. Who knows what else he'll come up with in this in 2018? It's been a funny old year already. We may have got the news with Logan Paul and Storms hitting us, but it's given us Ugandan Knuckles on VR
funny
chat.
Funny old year.
There you go. So
funny old time, chaps.
What a funny old year. We've got the Ugandan Knuckles on VR chat. That's been a good thing. That's kind of what I've wasted my time doing, just watching those videos and stuff. But they're brilliant. News-wise, here's the biggest story of the week, which we should title, I guess it was a not if, but when it was going to happen, and that's Amazon closing anime strike subscription streaming service. Woo! It's gone. Remember that glorious one?
This is weird because we talked about it on the show in recent memory.
Yeah.
And now it's all gone.
It's less than a year old. I think it was announced it was launching in February or something.
Oh shit! Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I feel like we did it on the Handshakers episode.
Oh, we might have done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So it was about this time last year. So
we've definitely done a couple of different previews talking about where can we find this show. Oh, Anime Strike. Well, never mind.
Yeah, so $4.99 a month, the same that you would pay for Funimation and Crunchyroll and Hulu, I think, and all that shit. It was kind of destined to fail because, as we said at the time, they either need to go all in, or they really would just struggle. And as you can see, they have some decent titles, but not a huge selection. And
they've got some stuff. They have enough to maybe justify having their own service, but not
enough.
An extra $10.
Yeah, definitely not enough. But on the on the flip side of that, because you have to pay Prime and then you had to pay an additional $5.
Yeah.
Well, that's ridiculous. Why wouldn't it just be part of Prime?
Well, It is now.
Well, that's how it always should have been, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It really should have been, because you're already paying for a premium service. That's paying a premium on top of a premium, which is a bit silly. But good news is, if you're an Amazon Prime member, and I can confirm this in the UK, they have more shows on there. So Inuyashiki from last season was on there, which that's definitely where I watched it. Didn't watch it illegally at all. Scum's Wish from last year, which was highly recommended from Manimal and Co.
It's a good show.
Including one of the shows of this season that I wanted to watch that literally came on at midnight, because when I refreshed it, it's there, and that's Kokoku. So it's got current season stuff on there as well.
And now you don't have an excuse to not watch Made in Abyss. You should do that.
Is that what it's on? Okay, I'll definitely give the anime a go. Not the manga, but yeah, certainly the anime I would give a go. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting this to go this quickly.
I mean, I
really
forgot it
didn't think
existed, really.
It had like a good year, didn't it?
It got some
At
good
least
titles.
2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, it was a full year pretty much, near enough 12 months. I think it launched officially in March. That's off the top of my head. I might be pulling that out of my arse. But yeah. I hope they don't give up on their anime because, I like that it's on Amazon. It's the same reason I like that it's on Netflix as well. That's a lot of exposure. More people watching anime, more people potentially spending money on it, the more people talking about it.
Yeah, but I'd rather Crunchyroll just get the titles, though.
A little bit, but competition keeps people honest.
Yeah.
If only
That's
we
true
could get
as well.
Netflix to do simulcasting, I think everyone will be
Okay
good.
with it.
If
pretty much.
Netflix just goes fuck it and does simulcasting, I think they will be more aggressive, and that could fuck Crunchyroll. And to be honest, as you said, competition is the best way forward because that's the best for us. Who knows what future is streaming. I mean, Crunchyroll have always been a bit, with some of their streams in the past, have been a bit unstable. And obviously you had the hack last year with Crunchyroll, and they went down last night as well. I couldn't, case in point, they went down last night. Couldn't even log in last night. I don't know if that was an issue to me, but I did see a few people mention it. Same with Funimation, but I mean, if you put Crunchyroll to Funimation, Crunchyroll is miles ahead in terms of service.
Funimation's way behind, yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
how bad
Funimation
theirs
is so bad when I tried to use it because it's the slowest freaking thing ever.
Yeah.
But hey,
I was-
Guess Anime still worked.
Yeah, that's true.
I was using
talking
the
about
Funimation app.
competition, everything that's free.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't get this with pirate.
That's
piracy.
the biggest competition, yeah.
It is your competition. Exactly. It is your competition. I am a customer, and you need to offer a better alternative than these free sites, because I have ad block on. I don't care. You can go away. Whoa, you might get malware. You might get pop-ups. I don't give a fuck. I've got I've got antivirus. I've got ad blocker.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll click that shit just to watch my free shit.
I'll click the shit out of it.
I'll pay for it if I can, but
Joke's on you. My computer's already garbage.
Hey.
And possibly even worse ever since that. Oh, it started out as just, I think, Intel or one of the RAM manufacturers basically says, hey, we have a massive security hole. All of our computers are going to need to be updated, and they're going to run about 30% slower because
That's good.
we fucked up.
was it? Oh no.
I think
There
it
was-
is Intel.
Yeah. Oh shit. I've got
And
Intel.
then as rumors spin out a little more, maybe everyone has that leak because AMD prices were spiking real high after that news.
Oh shit. I've just realised I have Intel myself on this laptop, and I've been putting updates off. Oh well, better get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
R.I.P.
I'm still looking for a new computer, so
You'll be fine.
I'll be
R.I.P.
fine.
Anime strike, but hopefully I say they don't give up on that and carry on getting some titles, because I have Amazon Prime and I'm happy that they pick up what Crunchyroll and Netflix don't, Inuyashiki and stuff like that. I'm cool with that.
Rip strike.
Rip strike, Castro.
Rip Strike. Is that what, I don't think that's as catchy though. I don't think we're gonna be in October saying Rip Strike.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah. Well, never mind. Rip, a sister's all you need. That ended. Sad to say.
Tragic.
That was a piece of shit, really. But
My tears still flow.
for those who did watch it, may have noticed that they had some branded beers in there. Here's a news story Manimal found that they are bringing out a Sisters All You Need beer flight, which means that you get 6 of the real world beers featured in the show. So if you ever wanted to drink like Syscon guy, whatever the fuck his name was, you can now. Such great beers include Kokoto, Sweet Stout, Golden Ale. It even tells you the episodes they were in. Episode 1, Episode 4, Episode 6. Oh, the Brown Porter from Episode 7. Remember that shit. God damn, I do. Oh, good times.
Flashback.
That was when the lowly got her ass out. I remember that shit. He drank it out of her asshole. He didn't. I don't know. I didn't watch the show. Maybe he did. Too bad it doesn't ship to the US as the first comment. That's a shame. You could just import them separately. But whatever. So if you want to drink wee beer, you can do that. Enjoy. And finally, and the other news story, because I gave up watching or searching for news after this. Gambling Girls return for second phase of Kakegurui. So Kakegurui, the gambling anime from summer season of last year, is getting a second season. I watched it. I know you guys didn't. I enjoyed it.
Oh, God. That's the perfect anime bar. We a booze. But booze is B-double-O-Z-E.
Weeaboos.
That's good.
That should have been the name of this fucking podcast.
Weeaboos.
The Weeaboos. God damn it.
Hey guys, Weeaboos here.
Welcome to the Weeaboos podcast. Shit. Is it too late? Is 120 episodes too late to call it that?
No, it's way too late, man.
Maybe.
We're freaking in it to win it.
Whoa, hang up. There's a fucking podcast called The Weeaboos already. There's already one.
Yeah, but it's not a bar, so we still have a business opportunity.
Okay, we'll kill them. Not literally. We won't actually.
Oh yeah, that's funny. There is a Weeaboos.
There's a Weeaboos podcast. I was even going to say we could have like beer bottles with kawaii eyes.
Episodes.
Okay. Well, whatever. We'll eclipse them and then take the name. That's what we'll do. Won't be shady at all.
Perfect.
We already eclipsed the anime happy hour. Who stole our name? We had it first. I'm just going to say. So
you started some drama.
What? Starting drama? I mean, if they hear us,
right there, buddy.
We pick fights only with dead podcasts. Yeah. And you know what? We've never lost.
I'm like Jake Paul. I only pick the corpses.
Oh God!
You went with the wrong one, so your joke immediately failed.
I know it's Logan. I just confused the two. Well, Jake Paul's gonna do something to top it. Like he's gonna. I don't know.
It took me a while to realize there was 2.
Me too! Because I saw like a colorblindness video that H3 put up mocking Logan, and then he did the Everyday Bro video, like saying, what the fuck is this? And I thought it was the same guy.
First he did the colorblind video with iDubbbz, and then and then England Is My City came out, so it was like, okay,
England Is My City? I wonder what Nick Crompton thought about the Suicide Forest.
He probably, I don't know.
Japan isn't his city. Not for him.
Japan is his city.
Japan isn't his city. Oh no, he's not welcome in that city anymore. They won't have him back.
Well, no, it's not even that. If you watch, like, there's even more that's brought to attention with the general way that he acted there in other videos, too.
Yeah, he was a huge, obnoxious arsehole, being loud and, I guess, comedy, in quotation marks. Lol. It's generally just being a dick to the public, but, I mean, that's what he's been... As far as I'm aware, I don't watch his videos, but that's what he does, is it not? He just does vlogs about how...
Why did I even go into this? We shouldn't even be talking about this. Jesus.
This reminds me
You're
of
right.
Digibro.
Well, okay, no.
Somehow, I don't know.
Hold on. Digi's been doing something good on his channel, which again, Digi Daily. He's doing a podcast every day of the year, which is like only 12 minutes or sometimes 4 or 6 minutes. And so far, it's been really entertaining and reminds me of why I like Digi. When he tells stories like a time that his parents left him and his brother home alone, so he had to go to the grocery store and skateboard home with like a bag full of Mountain Dew. And then he just like freaking binged Lucky Star drinking Mountain Dew. That's when I'm like, yeah, that's why I like Digi, when he tells stories like that. It's a specific
But you got to
thing.
run out of stories at some point, right?
Well,
I mean, if that's the caliber of story, if that's going to take one episode, he's probably got a few hundred of them.
I like when people tell mundane stories. Like, yeah, one time I just like drank a bunch of Mountain Dew and watched Lucky Star. Like, I just like stories like that, you know, because there's nothing exciting. There's nothing exciting about that, but it's just like fun to listen to. I don't know.
This one time, Manimal, I had some Coca-Cola, and I watched an episode of
sometimes
Gakko
Digi
MBCs.
like again, I like Digi's After Dark channel, not so much his main channel, but sometimes he tells stories that make me wish that either I was him in that situation or I was there. And it's just these mundane
He's a good
things,
storyteller.
like,
yeah, I know what you mean. Anyone who's a good storyteller, they can turn the most, one of them stories that you find absolutely hilarious and then you try to retell it and it just falls flat and you're like, I guess the delivery was important.
He said there's a grocery store in walking distance, but he felt the need to skateboard there and skateboard back with a bursting bag of like 2-liter Mountain Dews.
Sounds like on his wedding, except he didn't skateboard.
Stuff like that just gets to me. I love that kind of shit, you know.
Shall we start beef? Yeah. Okay, Digibro's out the window, but Manimal wants us to start beef. This is the year that we become edgelords.
Oh, come on.
Okay, 2018.
Where's the beef? It's right here.
Who we hitting? Who we swinging at?
I'm gonna have to take a shot to the next news story so we can get off the topic already.
That's it. I mean, a guy tried to dodge a fare on the London Underground and jumped the ticket barrier and then got his dick trapped in the closing thing.
What?
And then everyone filmed him. Everyone filmed him. That was good.
Oh no.
That's even worse, though.
That's the problem. If you do anything stupid nowadays, you're probably going to end up on camera.
Yeah. Could you imagine how weird that'd be if back in the day you could see like your grandparents and everything doing stupid stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's a weird. Yeah, there's weird things now because it's just like that's going to exist. Same with Facebook. Like one day your grandchildren will be able to look back and see that time that you got your knob out with your friends on that drunken venture.
If Barry Goldman ever has offspring, his grandchildren or great-grandchildren will come across the Bop Bop and it'll be like finding freaking just this great hidden treasure. And they'll be like,
oh my God,
that's
can you
who
imagine?
He was. You know, descending from a line of proud fins and then down to the Bop Bop.
Your music catalog will just be, it's there forever for them to find.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think my grandkids will be allowed on Facebook. Maybe Facebook won't be around by then if we're all
Facebook
lucky.
will take over the world by then. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but the revolution will come shortly after Facebook takes over the world. Like that's going to be a really short regime.
Virtual reality chat is going to be the new Facebook. That's
that's weird.
Over.
Sometimes I think like, how long can the internet actually last? Like, how long can this actually last? Where like all our data is still there. Like when you find old websites or just stuff like that. Like like how long?
As long as it's hosted, I guess.
Like how long until like one day like YouTube for instance just like resets everything. You know?
I mean, I'm assuming at some point the internet is going to upgrade to a point like, where the normal servers are obsolete. So maybe then, but even that would probably get archived and stored away somehow.
Like, it's weird to think because everything that's on there can't last forever.
No, it can't. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever.
I don't know. So that's just silly things I think about sometimes. Because could you imagine if great-grandkid just types in barrygoldman.bandcamp.com and it's all right there?
That was the smoothest segue you've ever done. I'm going to say that's in the top 5 segues that you've ever done.
Centuries
cheap
from
plugs.
now, people will agree he peaked at the Bop Bop.
Oh, come on.
I've told people about the Bop Bop. Someone asked, they kept bugging me for like a random fact, like at work, like, we need a random fact about yourself. I was like, I don't fucking know. I was like, there's a song out there that exists about my butt. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's on the internet. What's it called? I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you. That's going to open a whole can of worms you guys don't need to know.
I like that. Someone's like, hey, tell us something about you. Yeah, this Canadian guy wrote a song about my butt. He may not have seen it, but he still wrote a song about it.
Yeah. I was like, he's seen it. He pretends he ain't seen it, but he has seen that little Bop Bop.
If you actually ever, if you were planning before, if you come here for a day and I see that thing, or even if we go to Kansas and I see that thing and it's not the finest, I'm going home.
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn as it is, but my posterior is pretty damn good. I mean,
like, honestly, if we go to Kansas and we meet and I'm looking at that butt, and if it's not smoothie dolphiny, I'm walking home, man. I don't care how long it takes.
It lived up to the hype.
Oh,
I was gonna say. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
it's pretty. It's there. It's a nice one. I'm not going to say it's like rear of the year, but it's up there. It's a nice little Bop Bop.
Sometimes I feel self-conscious because I think that mine is like too good for a guy to have. But anyways, let's talk about something else now.
Mine is too good for a guy. Your bum. Let me tell you, girls like a good ass. They will compliment a good ass incessantly. So
it's
display that with pride.
But
my
anyways,
friend.
let's move on.
And men will enjoy it too. So, you wear them skinny jeans, you get them buns there, and, you show that rump. Anyway.
If you've got it, flaunt it.
Nah.
If you've got a Bop Bop, let it drop. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That sounds nice.
What was... Oh, God, I don't remember what I was going to say.
There's really no more news stories, so can we get right
There is no more news stories.
There's no more news stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we talk about shows that, like, the winter season, I just want to say, like, I started actually watching a series again, and that's Aria The Animation.
Oh,
it's
Aria
really
the
nice.
Scarlet Ammo.
Yeah, Aria the Scarlet Ammo. Yeah, the erection show. No, it's this nice show. It's this nice show
the one
about...
you meant.
No, there's a lot of shows called Aria. There's Aria the Scarlet Ammo, Aria the Organization, and Aria the Animation, and they're all different from each other.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you cleared that up, because I only know the Scarlet Ammo, the erection show.
Well, it's a shame if that's the only one you know, because Aria the Animation's a really nice series about it's like Venice, but it's I don't remember what the planet name is, but it's like they're just going around on gondolas, having a good time. It's a relaxing series. It's like, maybe it's the same people that made Sketchbook Full Colors or something like that, because they're both pretty similar and they're both really good and they hit nice tones. So that's a fun series to watch through.
That's good. Oh shit, what was I going to say?
It's been a while since I actually just started watching a series like that besides
not
seasonal
seasonal
stuff.
Yeah. I think the last time I did it, I caught it with My Hero Academia. I guess Yuri on Ice and Your Lie in April were like the only ones I can think of.
Yeah, because
I'm kind of surprised the first thing. I'm kind of surprised the first thing you talked about wasn't Citrus.
Oh no, that was like an old thing.
I'm talking about an old show here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is there anything that you've watched or read that you want to talk about just before we get onto the winter season then, guys?
No. Season now.
Okay. Time for winter season. All right, let's just get right into the juice here, squeezing out that orange.
Yeah.
So the winter season shows, they're starting now. Not a lot of them, but some of them.
I was going to say, let's preface this. We said it at the beginning, but at the time of recording, not a whole lot has come out. So, apologies if this is a bit short.
We're about a half week into the first season. So not everything, just the important ones are out now.
Yeah, not even half the ones I wanted to see. But,
well,
yeah,
the one
on.
important one is out now. Yes.
Yeah, which is, well, it could be Citrus or Pop Team Epic, or both of them. But
well,
we'll get
it's
into
not Citrus.
It's not Citrus. Let's start with Citrus. Manimal, you always take the floor first.
Well, there,
Let's
buddy
do it.
boy.
You better hold
Citrus,
on there.
Citrus, again, I was worried if they were going to like make a shit adaptation of Citrus, but this episode has assured me that it's going to be fine stuff. Because this was a good episode. It really pronounced the themes of the series. Like the whole like Yuzu being against this clone army. Everyone is the same. Well, like even to the point where like Yuzu and Mei's rooms, like it's perfectly separated from black and white to color. Like it really went in on the themes there.
Yeah,
you know,
really well animated. I really thought it
the animation
pretty.
was pretty good in this episode.
A lot better than, not a lot better than I thought, but I guess it was a higher budget show than I thought it was going to be. So.
But you'd hope they step it up for the next year, right? But
yeah.
Again, like it set up things well, and certainly I think that the tone in this episode was good. They did the kiss scene extremely well at the end of this episode because it was like, you know, in the manga everything is super quick, right? But when they do it here, it adds all the necessary tension and everything that it would require, you know. Yeah, here's Mr. Vacant. I know exactly what he's gonna say.
What am I going to say?
Oh, you just say it, because I know exactly what you're going to say.
Okay. Well, I watched it this morning. I watched it with my girlfriend.
Well,
it's the reason I did, because it's not a... It has fan service, and it has ecchi.
Why would you watch Citrus with your girlfriend?
Because, well, she was there, and I just needed to watch it to talk about it tonight.
That's not good.
No, but at its core, yes, it has some ecchi, and yes, it has some fan service in, and obviously the Yuri, but at its core, it's a romance, I think.
It's not a nice romance, though. That's why I like it, though.
But it's interesting. It's got a story. It's not just, here's two girls banging, like it's supposed to be. It's a serious plot with some action
Citrus
thrown
is
in.
pretty much like one event sets off this whole internal struggle with Yuzu, and again, it's that kiss scene, which it's prominently pronounced and done correctly in this episode.
Far too prominent. Like, I guess this is right. So it was really well animated. I really enjoyed it. I like the character designs. Yuzu looks cool. She looks like Lucy from Hot. Don't know why the knees are super pink though. The knees bothered me.
Yeah, she's super pink knees. Like, she's been sliding around way too much.
She has been on her knees. She's obviously she's never kissed anyone, so she definitely hasn't been down on her knees, so that's fine.
Plus, for being a show about citrus, not a lot of vitamin D.
That's my
That's a good joke, mister.
Also, as we will find out later, this is not the worst thing you could watch with your significant other.
Well, we watched it, and she thought it was good. She wants to watch the next episode when it comes out next week. Was a bit taken aback from the kiss scenes, because obviously they're a bit full on. That's why I thought it was good. Yeah, well, it was her first ever kiss, and that's the thing. But the issue with it is it's like she was fucking coming buckets off a kiss, and it's like no one feels that way. No one feels that way after a kiss. It doesn't matter how much you love the person, how hot they are, how much they're tonguing the shit out of you. No one. That is not how. Because it sounded like she was choking her out. Like it was just.
Yeah. Because
it went on so long, and it's like that's not a. And she goes, "That's how a kiss feels like." It's like, no, it ain't, motherfucker. That was harassment.
It was a predatory scene of Mei asserting her dominance.
It was a bit predatory. I guess
they really highlighted that.
I mean, it became loud and clear. But yeah, the comedy was funny. Like even just a little visual gag of her trying to slip the phone in between her tits.
Yeah,
that was quite...
they didn't have that in the manga. I thought that was a really good joke they put in there.
Yeah, I like that. That was a little funny thing. Voice acting were good.
Shit. Like again, Azus's voice actress is amazing, and she did perfect as Yuzu.
Definitely. Like she's good. The story's content. The only thing that, and it's a minor gripe. It's more something that I just laugh at with it. Is because it's like, Oh yeah, I've told you where your school is. I've told you where the new house is, but I've neglected to tell you that you have a fucking sister now.
This is the one thing with Citrus that's really silly. Like, there's apparently this guy that Yuzu's mom has married, who just disappears out of the picture totally.
It's like they got married, but then it's like, did Yuzu not go to the wedding? She never
did
met
Yuzu
this
not
guy?
meet this guy? Like, how did they get married? Did they just instantly get married and the guy was like, "Hey, bye, I'm gonna leave now and go
she's
around
like,
the
are
world."
we going? Yeah, he's like, we've got a round the world trip. She's like, oh, that's an awesome honeymoon. Listen here,
you're not coming.
It's even better when I only got one ticket. But yeah, that was always
really
a little
silly.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they could explain it away with her mum. I mean, she could have met him online or some shit. You know, they could go down that road, I guess, to explain it. Sort of.
It's a weird thing.
It's a minor. It doesn't derail the story. It's just
That's the one thing with Citrus that you just gotta let slide, basically.
Yeah. Overall, I don't think they went the sleazy road, which was the one sort of fear that I had with it, is that they would, because the manga isn't too sleazy.
No, steamy, but that's the point.
Yeah, it doesn't go. Well, it has a purpose. It's it's a romance with a little bit of ecchi in there. At least from what I know of it. Obviously, you know a lot more, but it didn't go that really, just fan servicey, basic, generic way.
Citrus is good because it's about again that emotional struggle.
The substance to it, yeah.
Like
again,
the way that one thing changes Yuzu and makes her think entirely differently, and all that stuff.
I guess the hook to it. So I suppose to quickly explain the event. So we've got Yuzu, who's a gyaru or whatever, one of them punk chick girls who
gal girl
has her tits out. She transfers with her mother because her mother marries this guy who disappears. Goes to a new school, which is an all-girls school, who are all boring, bland, no makeup, strict uniform code. They're all sheltered, elite, and privileged. She's obviously not like that. She's fish out of water. She butts heads with the school president, who kind of gropes her in the first meeting, which is a bit weird, to get a phone.
They did that. Also, that scene was a lot longer than it was in the manga.
Yes, exactly.
It was like, let me get in those fine details and crevices.
Let me get in them crevices, which is kind of what you'll have to do to me when you meet me and feel my bop bop.
No!
I've got your welcome present in there. And also, like, she's not hiding a phone in her ass. She's hiding it in, like, a pocket, which is around the side.
Well,
that happened to me.
I guess, it's just kind of like, oh, I'm just going to see if you got it here. Well, though, where would the back pockets in a skirt be?
No, you'd have to. It happened to me at my work's Christmas party. I had my phone in my pocket and someone wanted it, and they kept trying to feel my arse. I was like, dude, pockets are sideways.
Well, sometimes guys put stuff in their butt pockets. I never do because that's stupid, personally.
Don't use the butt pocket.
Never use the butt.
Well.
I don't know how girls can delicately sit on their phones like that. I would just. I would have no phone.
So usually, I see guys sometimes put their wallet in their butt pocket, but that's really dumb to me because it's easier to steal.
It's so easy to lose. I have to have my phone in my left pocket and my wallet and keys in my right, and that's how it has to go. If it's not,
I always put it in the same order. I always feel my pockets too sometimes to make sure shit's still in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. I do frequently touch my own butt just to make sure no one's stolen my wallet, but.
Or your butt.
I frequently check to see my butt's not been stolen.
You'd have to get real deep in there.
Well, my dog.
You gotta work for it.
My dog always looks at his dink to make sure it's there after he comes inside, so it's okay if you still check your.
What?
Yeah, honestly, when he comes inside, he has to smell.
Okay,
to make sure it's still there.
You mean right? Never mind. No, I totally misunderstood what you were talking about then.
I know what you're thinking, but I wanted you to deal with that and not me.
Moving very quickly on. Sorry, she moves into the school, butts heads with this school president. Turns out, here's the surprise twist, she's her new stepsister. So these two opposites have to live together and sort of understand their relationship as well. And there's other shit that goes on, but you can watch it if you want to. It's good. It's like I say,
I like the direction. I like the moments like the dinner scene with the window in the background, and the bath scene also looked really nice. The way everything was animated there.
I'm not an expert on bath scenes, but yes, it was kind of classy.
They did the bath scene classily.
They did. It gives me faith when they do stuff like that.
Again,
I'm not opposed to showing some tit, but
Yeah.
You gotta save those moments. You know,
It's
you gotta
good
make
'cause
those weebs work for it.
They expanded on the first chapter in a lot of moments where it should have been expanded. Like that whole dinner scene was never there before and other stuff. So I hope they keep a good pace and make the series not suck, because it's a good start, definitely.
Yeah. A decent enough first episode.
Yeah.
What else did you watch then, Manimal?
So I don't think we can talk about Pop Team Epic correctly, because it's not necessarily a series that needs to be discussed.
Let's give this to Nair then. Nair, take the floor on Pop Team Epic.
So someone made a full budget shitpost anime, and it's real dumb, and I love it.
Yeah, I love
it
it
is the best
too.
show of the season.
I love
it is
it.
12 minutes long, but they played it
23.
twice, and for some reason, the second half has different voice acting.
I was so confused. I got about 5 minutes into the loop. I was going, wait, do I watch to the end? And I was just skipping ahead, and I was like, no, it genuinely is. Even the ending song is sung by him. I think I prefer the male voice actors. I don't know, because it's just stupid.
I agree.
I love a series like this, because this is a series that's just meant to like just fuck with you, basically. It's meant to just mess around.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know?
My fears with Pop Team Epic was I was like, it's going to be too try hard and edgy, like, you know what I mean? That's so.
I worried it would have been a cohesive story or anything like that.
See, when
but
it started,
they did not disappoint.
When it started, it made it look like it would be like this high school guy, and I expected one of the characters to be like his sister, right?
Oh,
but
yeah. That's some news story I forgot. Do you know that anime that's featured in Pop Team Epic, with the guy in the school idol? That is now becoming its own manga.
Of course it is.
It's literally getting published.
I love it because as soon as the OP started, I realized they were parodying every single idol show. I mean, even down to the song. But like, there were some really shitty parts in the song where it was just like, oh my god, they're making fun of all the idol shows. This is great.
It was funny. Yeah.
And then it just instantly, as soon as they start talking and they're these dudes talking, I'm just like, holy shit, this is a masterpiece.
There's no way to explain it better than it's a shit post.
And then they do that scene where all of a sudden they start playing Zens, except for like a different version. And there was no reason to do that, but they did it.
There was homages to fucking Pokemon.
Skyrim.
That's the one that threw me.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why Skyrim? Like...
I loved the scene where they just all of a sudden it cuts to live action and there's this French guy who's animating it.
Yeah, the Parisian guy.
They're using voice actors from Wakfu, which is a French cartoon.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, because
they are outsourcing huge chunks of that, or not, I don't know, huge chunks of that, but it seems like it's a collaborative show where they just say, hey, you want to do this segment? Which is why they repeat jokes. Like they're taking chunks of the 4 coma and just animating them, and you see the same one done twice at something.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like I thought it was great when they did the whole, because you know there's that whole thing where like Japanese people go to Paris and get disappointed. So I love that they put that in this episode when she was trying to be a mime.
Yeah.
The guy just flips her off. Like,
it cuts to live action.
They're going to Paris and they're all excited, and then it's the Eiffel Tower and all this rain. But then the I'm not even upset thing that starts and ends this episode. I'm not even upset, which gets turned to like, what was it, like pickle radishes or something like that at the end?
Something like that. Yeah, I'm not upset.
That escalation of the joke was incredible.
Because when I was watching it and I was 13 minutes in, I was like, holy fuck, this is only halfway done. And I was kind of glad that it was just a looped version, because as a 10-minute like thing is perfect. But 23 minutes, I don't know if I could have like
too much to take in all at once, because it's the kind of show where you immediately are like, oh my god, this is like, what the shit. And then if it goes too long, you're like, oh.
You could not binge it. There's
I'll be honest,
no way you could binge this.
You could not do this 23 minutes at a time.
No.
12 is perfect. However,
Yeah.
What did get me to watch the full 23 minutes is doing it twice, slightly different.
But see, that was great because that's such a great trick to pull because, again, you don't expect that. You're like, oh, is it accidentally playing the same episode twice? And then you realize it's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was... Oh, it was,
I was worried when it started because I thought it would be like the quick, like, 4-comma things where it was like bam, 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 and then the logo kept showing. I'm like, they're not going to do this for 20 minutes. No way.
Yeah.
No.
Luckily they didn't. But I thought this
I did
was
think
great.
that. I was like, oh, like the first couple of jokes were just sort of like, yeah, I wasn't that in that. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
music was way too loud in this episode too. It just totally drowned out the voice acting.
I never noticed,
Like-
to be honest.
Oh, like I set up my volume nice. I sit down, then all of a sudden a song comes on, and it's like, so I got to get up, and the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't
One
notice
thing
it online, to be honest.
I did not know is that in one of the actual old comics, they said, hey, who would voice us in a show? And they'd say Masashi Ibara and Hoju Otsuka, who are famous for other things. And then they actually got those guys. Just
Did they
out
really?
of- yes.
That's amazing.
Oh my god! See, this show is what we need. It's just like it's necessary that this show is made.
I don't know if it's necessary because it baffles me that it exists in its state that it is.
There was a fidget spinner in it.
Yeah.
The
Why did it have fidget spinners in?
The evil corporation who's going to declare supremacy over the season.
It's just it's a shit post made real, and I like
That
it.
was the thing, because it had, like, My Neighbor Totoro, Pokemon and stuff, but then, yeah, fidget spinners and Skyrim references, and I was like, oh, there's quite a few, like, Western sort of things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, I think they need to be careful. Like, I hope the show just keeps like surprising us. Really,
Like I say,
And honestly, if it turns out this was all that was made, it's just the one episode thrown into the void, I would be so satisfied.
How great would it be if this series was this one episode, then the next episodes were just the Idol show? Like they straight up just made this Idol show, like this really shitty Idol show instead, but they called it Pop Team Epic and everything.
they just shielded it. They're just references. That'd be meta.
But only
Like at
the
one
first,
Oh yeah.
but only the first time did they ever have the actual characters.
No, it's like I say, not one you can binge, but certainly for 13 minutes a week, perfect. Of just them.
Think about it. There was the Endless Eight. Like, what has stepped up the bar since then, in terms of anime, like messing with you? What has ever topped the Endless Eight?
Handshakers made me physically nauseous.
Shakers.
I don't know. In terms of something like that,
Yeah.
because that was.
See, because I don't want to say the word trolling because I hate that word and I hate when people use that. But just messing
Such
with you.
troll.
Well, I hate like, oh, this show is trolling you.
Yeah.
Like, I hate
the Star Wars director Ryan Johnson was trolling the audience.
Yeah, I think the best thing about Pop Team Epic is seeing the reaction of people who don't understand it. And they're just like, this is just so garbage and stupid. And they're
Yeah.
Like, you don't get it.
I saw someone denouncing Pop Team
the
Epic as
people
gibberish.
The people who do understand it also have no idea what the fuck is going on, but they just expected that and
That's why
appreciate
it's
it.
great. See, it's the same. The people who would denounce this are the same people who would give Penguin the City a 1.
The people I've seen on Twitter who have like been denouncing it and saying it's like just gibberish, there's no narrative thread or anything like that. They've also been saying that Slow Start is apparently amazing, and pictures I've just seen is it's just a lowly show.
See, the people who say stuff like that take it way too seriously, and it's good to have a show like this that brings that out.
It's dumb. It's dumb. It's fun. It's quick
Yeah.
jokes. Bam, 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 bam.
Like any
it's a sketch show.
Yeah.
Like it's hilarious to think that people will look at this and be like, the narrative of the series is so bad, and the characters. Like that's not the point.
You can't critique it. It's just a sketch
You can't.
show.
You can't
basically.
critique or even like comment on this show. And that I was gonna write a first impressions, but I was like, there's no point in
What'd
writing
you
a
say?
first impression.
Yeah, you can.
Like all I'd say is like, watch it. It's an experience.
Yeah.
You know?
It is an experience. I also love the little drop to your name out of nowhere.
Again, just all of a sudden they start playing.
Oh,
Zen,
the
Zen,
comet,
Zen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Which is stuff when they started playing the fake version of the song. I was like,
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
God. I hope it continues to surprise us and is fun.
Yes.
You know,
Definitely.
the same people who denounced the series are the same people who just discovered Inaragoro when it was on Crunchyroll.
Yeah. What hipsters? What bitches? Oh no, the
Yeah.
funny thing with Pop Team Epic is how many fucking outlets are streaming it? Have you seen that? Everybody has this. Every fucker has got this one. Like, normally it's a Crunchyroll exclusive, or something like that, but everybody's got this. We've got it.
Because they're smart, they know.
Yeah, even that's like a shit post. Like, just, fuck it, everyone have it. I don't care. Yeah, Pop Team Epic is good. If you don't go in there expecting a story, it's just a comedic sketch show. It's
You know
four
what?
coma
You should
skits.
go in there expecting
go.
a story because I want to see your reaction. Go in there
Like,
expecting
I don't even
a deep
think-
character.
I didn't even get, the deep belly laughs, but just
No.
wide-eyed, dumb
What?
grin. What the fuck did they do?
Yeah, because again,
I like it.
it's not like it's funny. Like, it's not laugh a lot funny. There's no part where I laughed at this episode. It was more of just, like, marveling the fact that it exists.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, in 10 years, this could be the same cringy level of humor as the, raw so landum.
Oh, Jesus. Who
Yeah.
knows?
That's
Is this
kind of
the
what I
end?
thought
Is
it might
Is
be.
this series breaking in the end of the shitpost era?
Maybe. It's had a good
could
run,
be.
guys. Dank memes and no more.
But if anything was going to kill it, might as well be Pop Team.
And it'd be going down with a big bang.
Be going down.
But yes, I think, that's great. And also there was Yuru Camp, which was exactly what I thought it would be. It's pretty obvious. It's just a bunch of cute girls who like to camp. And, it's just another one of those, those moe hobby-focused shows. But I think that it could be a little more interesting than that because it takes the realistic, turn on things. And it's literally about, this girl who likes to go to a camping ground. And it's, again, when you say camp over here, what you're referring to is, a cabin by the lake, not an actual tent camp. But this is, I guess...
no, camping's tent. That's...
No, man, when you say it over here and people are like, yeah, I'm going to camp, they really mean their cabin. That's an hour out of town. That's what it means over here.
That's like
Yeah.
lodging.
No, man, I got a real great one.
You got a cabin?
Yeah, man.
Do
my
you?
My freaking grandpa and my dad made it.
Made it. Jesus.
They made
can
it.
We go?
That's pretty cool.
Can we go
Yeah.
when we go this year?
Well, Vacant, if you come over here, you're very much welcome to come over there.
Instead of a hotel, can I stay in your cabin?
It's about an hour from town, but you could stay there absolutely.
That'd be fine with me.
Yes. And you have to go to the outhouse, which is a nightmare. Nothing's... Okay, life in the woods. If you're taking a shit in the woods, you're just squatting, that's nothing. That's baby talk. If you're taking a shit in the outhouse, then you are truly intense. Nothing is scarier than being in a little box and taking a shit into a hole where there's a bunch of other shit right there. You could fall into it. Or a spider could appear above you. Or other insects could fly around you and crawl in your buttocks. And you're vulnerable. You're taking a shit. You can't just run out. You're in the middle of a big old shit. And there's a big spider up there. It's terrifying.
This conversation took a weird turn, and I don't remember where it happened.
Yeah, but it makes sense because we're talking about Yuzu Camp. Because
Okay,
it's
what
a series
else
where
was-
this girl likes to go camping on this designated campground and look at Mount Fuji, right? So she's setting up her tent and everything, having a great time reading a book, and then she finds this other girl who's like, hey, I fell asleep by the public washrooms because I'm an idiot, and now I can't see Mount Fuji because it's pitch black outside. So they chill out and have ramen, and then they look at Mount Fuji when the moonlight comes, and then they're like, okay, that was cool, we'll be friends, I guess. It's whatever. It's one of those slow-paced series. It's nothing amazing. It's not gonna hit any fantastic tones. It's nothing like a Manchu or whatever like that. It's just exactly what you expect. It's a again, one of those cute girls, hobby-focused series. And sometimes those can be interesting, so maybe it'll be okay, maybe it won't. I don't know, I'll probably drop it, but who knows.
Yeah, it's just fluff. Isn't
That
it?
was
It's
a lot
nice
to
little...
say in one go.
It's okay, you can take a breath. It's the fluff and filler. You know, you need that palate cleanser.
I mean,
We
you
always
could
talk
call
about it in a season.
You
It's
know,
a nice
and,
light entertainment.
you know, the series even gives you instructional information. There's like a narrator that comes in and tells you that like pine cones make fires good. It's like, wow, thanks.
Pine cones make fires good. That sounds some expert advice.
Yeah, no, it was. I think it'll be okay because it has a nice tone and it probably won't suck, but it probably won't be good either. So
Yeah, fair enough. Anything else that you picked up from this season
that's it.
so far? Okay. Nah, so you watched Pop Team Epic. What else did you manage to catch?
I watched one other thing, and it was all 10 episodes of Devilman Crybaby that dropped on Netflix.
You watched all 10 episodes?
Yes. And I don't want to talk
great
about
reception.
it if no one else has also seen the whole thing, because it's phenomenal. Go watch it. Jesus.
Is it good?
You,
Do I need
like
to
the
watch
guy who
anything?
did Tatami Galaxy and Ping Pong,
Oh,
adapting Go Nagai stuff, which is full of, 80s level just gore and nudity, but still fantastic stuff. It reminds me and is a pretty obvious inspiration for where everything Shin Megami Tensei came from.
Ah, okay.
Oh, lordy. It is
I'm interested.
exquisite. That ending is perfect. Oh, man. Go watch Devilman.
So
And then
I
laugh
will...
at the goofy sprinting that is... Someone said, hey, that ninja run from Naruto isn't doofy enough. Make it worse. You'll get what I'm saying.
How can you make the Naruto run worse? Like, objectively.
Instead of having your arms back behind you, you mock crawl. You're just scooping up air. It looks like a Scooby-Doo run cycle.
oh, great! That's always good.
I always like whenever you've just reminded me that there's a footballer, Raheem Sterling, who runs like Vilma from Scooby-Doo. And people forever make videos of him running. Like, he's really fast. It's an efficient run. But people make videos of him running and just add the Scooby-Doo running sound effect, like a and then a little run.
You make fun of him until he's chasing after you.
Mate, he's fucking rapid. He is fast as fuck, so, it works. It's like skipping. Skipping's faster than walking, but, you don't do it 'cause it looks dumb.
Gonna... You know what? Wait, you don't go skip around the court picking roses and stuff like that?
I don't, sadly.
Look, go watch Devilman. That is my conclusion.
Okay.
Also, listen for that really good rapping.
I'm a fan of rapping. I will hopefully get to it. I mean, 10 episodes at once is quite a tall order for me, but I'll try.
The only downside is one of the characters speaks English, but his voice actor sure doesn't.
Japanese
Wait,
English?
what do you mean downside? That's always good. That's always great to see.
It ruins the tone of an otherwise really great show.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, I do savor the moments of, oh, hello, I am School Idol from Japan.
Again, always a classic. We'll never forget Nozomi speaking English. It's always.
Do you
I
like
just love
to sing?
What I love the most in the Love Live movie is that those girls come up to Muse and they're like, "Oh, are you from Japan?" That's the first thing they ask them.
Are you from Japan?
And then, well, actually, they had I'm pretty sure they had people with British accents.
Yeah.
They had someone who spoke English as a native language, but was not an actor and probably not a New Yorker, just dragged off the street, said, "Hey, Whitey, want to be in our film?"
It sounded like a Brit that was in that movie, but I love this. Nozomi speaking English. Nozomi speaking English will give everyone life. basically.
That's the best we can hope for. Anything else that you caught from the...
I hope they make a Love Live Sunshine movie and do the same thing, so we
No.
can get Daya speaking English.
The mole just grows a second mouth. Hello.
He just talks like
We come from the land of the rising sun.
It's
I
like,
am
literally like
Barry
Hulk,
Mole Man.
Hulk Hogan is Daya's mole.
Hulk Hogan voices Daya's mole. So, well, let me tell you something, brother, son.
Let me tell you something, Sean.
Let me tell you something, brother Chan. Yoshiko's over there plotting something. I'm gonna take a leg drop to her chuuni armpits, brother.
Aqua's mania running wild, brother.
And then
We got
Daya's like, shush up.
Shush, shush. And she rubs the little mole.
Yeah,
Don't you rub the 24-inch mole, brother.
I don't know how much longer we can keep that up.
Hulk Hogan as an idol? Can you imagine just a whole group of Hulk Hogan idols? Like a Hulk Hogan school?
Yeah, it's called Deadlift Lolita. It already exists.
Oh, no. Like full on with the... When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Again, Deadlift Lolita is what everyone, like, it exists.
I am a real American.
I was just thinking that. Okay, do you want Hulk Hogan as an idol or an actual idol group doing I Am a Real American?
Like an idol group, but like dressed kind of like Hulk Hogan and trying to be Hulk Hogan.
Bandanas and what, mustaches?
Yeah.
Handlebars?
Freaking Aqua with white mustaches on. It'd be amazing.
I love it. It'd be brilliant. It'd work. It'd be fine. Anything else you caught from the winter season? Nah.
No. I'm gonna be looking more into it as things come out, but for the most part it was, oh hey, Devilman, and then that was something weird to watch with my wife. She kind of came in and sat down, and when you watch Devilman, you'll understand why that was weird.
I'll make sure to watch that on my... I mean, I watch Citrus with my girlfriend, so that's kind of setting the bar already.
No, there's a bar, lower it.
Okay.
Oh.
As for me, Gakkou and Babysitters and Kokoku, or whatever it's called, both came out today, but it's quite late, so I haven't had a chance to watch them before recording, so I'll probably do that after.
Okay, stop the
tomorrow.
episode, watch Gakkou and Babysitters, they'll come back.
You'll have to wait till next week for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, everyone's
Don't worry,
waiting on the edge of their seat.
That review is coming. So the only things I watched is Pop Team Epic, Citrus, and also Junji Ito's collection. I mentioned earlier I was reading Uzumaki, and I watched the first episode of the Junji Ito collection, and wow, it has less of a narrative than Pop Team Epic did.
Which ones did they do in the first episode?
They did one. It's a full-length episode. I thought it was going to be a series of shorts, but they did the curse one. The guy who's doing curses in the woods.
The creepy kid?
Yes.
That is not the best of his stuff. I don't know why they would lead with that.
That was the first episode, and it was really... So he's a kid in the woods. It opens with him hammering nails into a voodoo doll, and another kid is just, doubling over and goes into the hospital. Then it shows him in school, sort of just being, like, muttering to himself and talking about how he's superior to everyone and blah, 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 blah. And then it essentially just shows him putting curses on other people, and then that's juxtaposed with him at home where none of his family take him very seriously, and he's...
Yeah.
It's stupid. It was a bit shit, to be honest. Animation's a bit low budget, it wasn't great, which I'm fine with. If it's just a collection of, an anthology, that's whatever. But yeah, that story was really uninspired. It wasn't scary.
Those are the ones
all.
I kind of breezed through a little faster because they're not too scary. It's more about the character than the horror. And I didn't really
he
think it
just
was
like-
interesting.
It wasn't.
He's just the kid who chews on nails and is weird, and maybe he's supernatural, maybe he's not. Did it get to the
that's the
part with
thing.
his grandmother being around still?
No. Oh, Jesus. There's not more, is
Okay.
there?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff with him.
So, because he sees his family, he talks about his brother and his sister, then he says, oh, and these people, you don't need to know anything about them. He does about 3 or 4 curses, and then the last person he wants to get someone back, because they didn't like the curse he did, so rather than doing another curse on them, he decides to go for the practical route and dresses up with, like, stilts or something, like this really long spider costume thing, and chases him, and then gets caught in the woods and trapped, and that's how it ended. It was just like, he got trapped.
I have like a minute late joke.
Go for it.
I ate a bowl of nails this morning without any milk.
What's the punchline?
That's the punch. That's not a joke. It's just carry on.
We will, thank you.
But yeah, his brother comes to save him and gets him home, and he's not very grateful, and that's it. And I was like, okay, none of these are really connected. He just sort of put curses on them, and you don't really know who they are. You just did it.
It's not the best.
Because like
It was
Uzumaki,
started with that because that's even chronologically in the order of what Junji Ito did. I would have thought they'd start with Tomoe, unless maybe she already has an anime adaptation somewhere.
I don't
But
know.
that's one of the creepy ones.
There was a doll one. They did preview because that was 20 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes sort of. It was weird because it was like I don't know if they were previewing it for next week or because it never said next week, this time next week or whatever. It never specified it was a preview. It just sort of showed, we should have put our daughter to rest when she turned into a doll, but we didn't. And then he goes, now I can see why, and she's turned from a doll, the daughter, to this weird like. Insect-like creature, and it was
may just be we can do this story in 2 minutes though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, are they just showing that as like a little bumper at the end, or is it going to be this time next week? Because it kind of went through the whole thing where they were like, yeah, we should have put her to rest. This is what she looks like now. Yeah, don't know, because I'm not an expert on Junji Ito or anything, but like I said, I've started reading Uzumaki, and I'm really interested in it. Like the imagery and just the little things are cool. Like the spirals, the first death in it, the guy, that's pretty damn freaky and well illustrated. That's a weird one.
It's you'll get to the creepy stuff. It's there, but
Okay, this walk cycle is
yes,
so Nair
that's
has
goofy.
Nair has just linked this wonderful walk cycle of exactly a Scooby-Doo kind of sequence with this guy swimming but running on the ground. I think that's how you describe it.
The top half is doing a forward stroke, and the bottom half is running like Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, and what's the swimmer's name? Michael Phelps?
Yeah,
Yes.
Usain Phelps.
If you combine running and swimming, you can actually run faster.
It makes
dumb.
sense because you're scooping the air, you're bringing the air forward, you're slicing that air apart, and you go through it better.
That's
Anyway,
weird.
goofy as that is, watch Devilman.
I will. I want a professional Devilman runner and a professional Naruto runner to have a race and see who's faster.
I like that idea.
That'd be interesting.
I like
Can we
the
have the
idea.
weeb?
No, what I
Let's
like
not
more
compare power levels between shows, though. That's just nerd fights.
What I
Otaku
like-
Olympics?
no, what I like more is the idea of a professional Naruto runner, though. Like,
Was it the hurricane? The last hurricane, there was like a big petition of like, let's do a ninja run around the hurricane. It's like, why? Oh, you gotta love people.
I didn't hear about that one, but that's pretty cool.
It's like someone did a petition for it to say, yeah, let's organize a ninja run near the hurricane.
You know what?
It'll
I
look
like
really
that.
cool.
That's like some kind of like good optimism and a good heart.
I guess they thought the wind and stuff would like make it really scenic, but imagine that's what you died, and you go, unfortunately, he died on a sponsored ninja run. He died doing what he loved.
A child died on a Naruto ninja run by the hurricane. Don't ask. He just wanted to have a good time.
What's a Naruto run? Some weeb shit.
Yeah.
That's what he'd say. But also an efficient mode of transport.
Yeah. That's, well, people nowadays, we haven't advanced the walk forward enough. People nowadays, they've been walking the same for a long time, Why do we still walk the same? It is.
Someone's got to introduce the new walking.
Yeah, it is 2018, and no one is trying to advance the way in which we walk. It's time to make
we should
some
all be
change.
skipping.
We should all be skipping. We should all be hopping. We should be doing something different because it is 2018.
With every step that I take, I do a dab. So that's how I walk. So I'm trying to... Because I was looking at these arms, and I was like, these arms aren't doing anything when I walk.
Yeah.
Like, they're not being put to use, so just step
have you ever heard of a cliff?
A cliff? Cliff Richard?
Have you ever heard of a cliff?
Yeah, Cliff Richard.
You should,
Oh, you're telling me to go kill myself.
We're all very good. We're good people for not making a Ministry of Silly Walks jokes.
Yeah.
Well, also because what?
It's Monty Python.
It's a Monty Python thing.
Okay.
But that's all I watched from winter season so far. I have still got, like we say, most things haven't come out.
There's nothing really to watch, though. There's like some generic-looking fantasy series.
Yeah,
and,
I watched. I was going to say I watched the first minute of Slow Start because I saw a couple people posting stuff.
Does it have a slow start?
One of the first visuals is a woman. I don't know if she's the sister or the mom of some lowly-esque character, but she's like carrying a tray or something, and she just has a giant rack just sitting on top of this tray, like really dumb. And I was like, yeah, okay. That's all I need to know about this show.
Any show that has a when you look at the poster of Slow Start, you pretty much understand what kind of series it is.
Yeah.
Some series like Sancho Sanyo are able to transcend beyond what they look like, but a show like that, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah. By next week, no. I will have watched Gakko and Babysitters, Kokaku, Violet Evergarden, Takanomi, Hakata Tonkatsu Ramen, Killing Bites, and Darling in the Franxx. So there's a lot more to come out, so I'll have a lot more to talk about next week.
The good stuff is coming.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Citrus and Pop Team Epic already happened.
Fine. Your tiny
There's more
lesbians
stuff.
are still here. Citrus
Hey,
is there too.
I mentioned Pop Team Epic too.
Yeah. No. Okay. That was rude of me.
That was rude of you.
There's
You
shows
should
that I enjoyed
apologize.
and you enjoyed.
Yeah, but I think, there's not anything more to say on the winter shows, I don't know how this season is going to be. Like, compared to the way that last winter was, I think, again, we got like an actual good series, hopefully, in Citrus, a good puzzler in Pop Team Epic. But last winter, we had a girl put her head between a guy's legs while he was taking a shit. So I would like to see
and sniff
to top that
and inhale.
I still have not gotten over the fact that that's the thing that they put in the statement. There are all kinds of crazy like feet and navel and shit like that they put in that series, like in the focuses, and I was like, okay, whatever. But when
that was one of your dream fetishes. That's what a dream fetish was, because it was a dream.
Dream fetish was having girls to my legs and taking a shit? That makes no sense. I never even heard of that before, so that's why it puzzled me, because it's nothing I've heard about.
Do you know...
I still think about that to this day.
Do you know the official name? Well, not official, but do you know the name for when a girl is giving a blowjob to a guy who's on the toilet taking a shit?
Yes.
Ooh.
It's called a blump.
Well,
no,
that's not good. That's not good because you're pissing.
It's called a what?
Time. People say people say when you take a shit, you're also lubricating. So I don't think that would.
And that's the end of it. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're
Thanks
sorry.
for listening, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Tune
is
in-
unfortunate.
Tune in next. Wait, we have to do the same segment. I'm doing a weekly story, and I'm going to improvise it every single episode. I'm going to type it out as I'm telling the weekly story.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Well, at least you remembered this week, because I forgot. But yeah, that is the end of the episode, unfortunately. Tune in next week, next Wednesday, when we will be doing a lot more about the winter season, and Corin would have watched some stuff, and maybe even Lego will be there. Oh, God. I don't know.
Oh, I want to be there to watch Lego watch Devilman.
I think he will. He can get Netflix, right? In Germany? I don't know. Is it on
think
German
so.
Netflix?
He
Sure.
talked about watching the new Dirk Gently season that just came out on Euro Netflix. Everywhere but America, it's streaming. Oh boy, would love to watch that fucking show.
He must be able to then. UK Netflix, stepping up its game. But that's all from us. Manimal's going to take us out with a brand new story.
Okay, here we go. Malicious fingers running along perfectly shaven pits. They were clean. Painted nails on the skin sweaty. It was on the walls. The cries of pleasure and also wonder. It was an interest and a wonder how things got to this level. The chuuni wondered, holy shit, I put wondered so many times without realizing it, in her hot head how it got to this. Ah, she said. It was an overwhelming feeling like a pop can that had been shaken too many times. Ready to burst, but at the time the owner declared. It was all on one, and not the one you think. Ah, she said, again on the walls, reflected to the surface. Holy shit. What am I doing in my life?
It makes it so much better that we can actually hear you typing as you speak.
Yeah, it lends to the passion of the piece. It's very impromptu. I like it.
Yes, that's the end of the episode.